You got to realize that, he didn't get all this from his daddy, because he didn't know his daddy, even though they try to say his daddy was some big time drug dealer in the whole 9 yards. You understand? He didn't get this from his daddy. You got to realize, man, his mother had a modeling agency, and it was alleged that it was also ladies of the night, a prostitution ring too, or these ladies was doing things other than modeling. So the apple don't fall far from the tree.
So it turns out Diddy's mom, Janice Combs, might hold the key to understanding how Diddy allegedly turned into the controversial figure making headlines today. New evidence has surfaced, suggesting that Janice could be more deeply connected to his troubling behavior than anyone ever imagined. Ever since the shocking allegations about Diddy came to light, fans have been trying to figure out how he spiraled into the man accused of such shocking actions. Allegations of violence, mistreatment of women, and manipulation that have rocked the entertainment world. Now people are starting to ask a bigger question. Could Mama Combs have played a role in shaping Diddy's darker tendencies? Some whispers even suggest she encouraged or enabled his behavior, potentially influencing his infamous freak-off parties. And let's not forget the unsettling rumors about an overly close relationship between Diddy and his mother that have been floating around for years. What's really going on behind the scenes here? Let's break this down. For years, Janice has been known for her extravagant lifestyle. From glitzy appearances to those signature shiny Party City wigs that feel stuck in the 1990s, she's always managed to stay in the spotlight. But fans were quick to connect some dots when allegations about Diddy's private life began to emerge. Turns out, Janice wasn't just living the high life. She was reportedly a regular attendee at many of Diddy's infamous parties. Think about it, his mother showing up at events like these. It's no wonder people started giving her side eyes. What's even more unsettling is the claim that Janice was not just a bystander, but might have encouraged Diddy's wild behavior.
This man was talking about that his mother could take her palms and bend over and put them down on the floor. Not bend over, but she could stand straight up and put her palms on the floor, bruh. He's saying that about his mother. Who describes any of their mother actions like that in a sexual way? And then, I don't know how many dudes do kiss their mother in their mouth when they 50, 60 years old or something like that. That's them, that's their whole thing, man. But that was a little kind of weird for me. And then his mother wore the same white fingernail polish that Cassie described that he liked to see her and other models in when she was describing her lawsuit. And what's crazy to me is that, man, it seemed like him and his mother had this, I don't want to get too deep, man, this Oedipus complex thing.
Attending your son's party is one thing, but knowing the kind of things that reportedly went down at Diddy's parties raises a major question. What was Janice even doing there? She should have stepped in, set boundaries, and checked her son's behavior, but she didn't. And now, with all these allegations coming to light, you gotta wonder, could it be because she was the one who introduced him to that freaky lifestyle in the first place? The idea might sound wild, but when you start digging deeper, things don't seem as far-fetched as they initially might. On the surface, Janice seemed like a dedicated mother. I mean, raising 2 kids as a single mom, putting them through private school, and maintaining a luxurious lifestyle, that's no small feat. For years, she was celebrated as the ultimate mother figure, someone who worked tirelessly to ensure her kids had the best opportunities. But now, it seems there might have been more going on behind the scenes than anyone ever suspected. Allegations are swirling that Janice didn't just work hard to support her kids. She might have worked in ways that crossed some serious lines. According to rumors that have been whispered about for years, Janice allegedly operated as a madam for wealthy and influential men. Yes, you heard that right. Allegedly orchestrating arrangements for girls to attend elite parties and fulfill the desires of the rich and powerful. While these claims were dismissed as tabloid fodder for the longest time, recent insider revelations are starting to give them more weight. Multiple sources have come forward, alleging that her connections to these high-powered men and wild events weren't just rumors, they were real, and they played a pivotal role in shaping Diddy's exposure to this lifestyle. What's even more unsettling is the implication that Janice might have blurred the lines between motherhood and ambition in ways that would shock anyone. Before diving into the wildest revelations, let's talk about Janice Combs being one of those infamous boy moms who seem convinced their son can do no wrong, no matter what evidence says otherwise. The lengths she's gone to defend Diddy's behavior are beyond jaw-dropping. Case in point, when the footage surfaced of Diddy getting physical with Cassie in a hotel, a clip that left no room for denial, even Diddy himself admitted what happened. But that didn't stop Janice from rushing to his defense with a statement that had everyone scratching their heads. In her statement, she claimed, "My son may not have been entirely truthful about certain things, such as denying he has ever gotten violent with an ex-girlfriend when the hotel surveillance showed otherwise. Sometimes the truth and a lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one side of the story, especially when that truth is outside the norm or is too complicated to be believed." But she didn't stop there. Janice went on to explain why Diddy's legal team decided to settle the lawsuit brought by his ex-girlfriend. She said it was a strategic move to avoid the complexities of a full-blown trial. But in her eyes, this decision was unfairly used by the federal government as proof of his guilt. If that wasn't enough, Janice boldly accused federal authorities of lying and orchestrating a setup against her precious baby boy. And let's not forget how she practically begged fans to back off, saying that the backlash against Diddy hurt her deeply as a mother and made her feel terrible. The emotional plea didn't land the way she'd hoped though. Instead of rallying support, it only added to the public's growing unease about her unwavering support for Diddy, no matter what he's accused of. But here's the real bombshell. Janice's involvement goes far beyond just being an overprotective mom. A new documentary released by Peacock suggests that not only was she aware of Diddy's infamous, freaky lifestyle, but she actively encouraged it. Even more shocking, it's alleged that she was the one who introduced him to it in the first place. The new documentary dives into Diddy's past, featuring first-hand accounts from people who knew him before he became the industry mogul we know today. The revelations? Let's just say, they shed some serious light on why Diddy is the way he is today. A former music producer named Tim "Dog" Patterson, who worked at Bad Boy Records before walking away from the industry altogether, had plenty to say about Diddy's upbringing. And trust me, it's deeper than anyone could have imagined. Tim, along with childhood friends Lee Davis and Rich Parker, painted a vivid picture of Diddy's early life growing up in Mount Vernon. After Diddy's father passed away, his mother, Janice, stepped up as the head of the household. According to Patterson, when he was a kid, he and his mother moved into the bottom floor of the Combs household. That's when he started seeing what life with Janice and Diddy was really like, and apparently, it was nothing like the other families in the neighborhood. They were better off than anyone else around here, Patterson recalled. He described young Diddy as the rich kid, who always had the newest, nicest clothes and gadgets. Diddy attended the prestigious Mount St. Michael Academy, a Catholic private school, which was far beyond what most families in their area could afford. Patterson and others couldn't help but notice the glaring differences between the Combs household and everyone else around them. But here's where things get murkier. According to Janice, she worked as a teacher's assistant to provide for her kids after Diddy's father passed. And while that's a noble story, it doesn't exactly add up. A teacher's assistant's salary, especially back then, wasn't exactly enough to cover private school tuition for 2 kids, let alone fund a lifestyle where Diddy was always seen with the best of everything. Patterson's account raises some serious questions about Janice's finances and how she was really able to maintain such a comfortable lifestyle. Was there another source of income she wasn't talking about? It's no secret that rumors have swirled about Janice's alleged involvement in some less than savory dealings during this time. Could those rumors hold more truth than we've been led to believe? And let's not forget, Janice wasn't shy about flaunting her success. There's no denying that the math isn't adding up when it comes to Janice's so-called teacher's assistant salary funding such a luxurious lifestyle. Private school tuition, fancy clothes, and high-end living. It's hard to imagine how any of it was possible without another source of income. And according to Patterson, that other source may have come from something much darker. He alleges that Janice used to throw wild, adult-themed parties to keep the money flowing. Parties that, unfortunately, her young children were reportedly exposed to. The details Patterson shares are shocking. He described an upbringing in the Combs household that was chaotic, to say the least, with these adult gatherings allegedly involving alcohol, drugs, pimps, and pushers. At night, it wouldn't be a thing to mistakenly walk into one of the bedrooms and you got a couple in there butt naked, Patterson revealed. That's what we were privy to. This is what we were fed. Was it desensitizing us? I'm sure it was. Were we aware of it? No, that was just Saturday night. The environment Patterson describes paints a troubling picture of Diddy's formative years. It's not hard to imagine how growing up in such a setting could leave a lasting impact, especially on someone as impressionable as a child. But Patterson isn't the only one shedding light on the darkness surrounding Diddy's past. Kim Porter's ex, Al B., sure, also had something to say about Diddy's alleged darker side. In a bombshell revelation, he claimed that Kim once confided in him about the eerie changes she saw on Diddy over the years. According to Al, Kim described Diddy's soul as having gone completely dark, adding that he was no longer the man she once knew. She made me promise on our son Quincy Taylor Brown's life not to ever reveal because she was in complete fear for my life, Al B. Sure explained. She told me, "Don't do this. Don't get involved. You will get killed." The weight of that statement speaks volumes, suggesting a level of fear and intimidation that runs far deeper than anyone realized. This revelation is unsettling on so many levels, leaving you to wonder what other unsettling things Janice may have exposed Diddy to or even covered up for him. It also adds weight to the claims rapper Mace made when he accused Janice of being the true mastermind behind Diddy's questionable actions. Could it be that she had a bigger hand in shaping the man he's become than anyone ever realized? Fans haven't held back their opinions, with one commenting, "I always questioned Diddy's childhood. Was his mom involved in something shady? Losing his father so young, maybe she felt she had to do whatever it took to survive. But this behavior doesn't seem normal for a mother-son relationship." Another added, "Janice has always given me bad vibes. It's like she's been in on this all along. She just doesn't seem genuine at all." Some even speculated about the rumors surrounding Janice, with one fan stating, "It's like she was on the payroll for some of his workers or something. The dynamic has always felt off. This makes me see everything in a different light." With all these revelations, it's no wonder fans are revisiting Diddy's childhood and questioning the impact his mother may have had on his life choices. While these allegations remain largely speculative, they're shining a spotlight on a side of Diddy's upbringing that many have overlooked. So, what do you think? Could Janice Combs have played a bigger role in Diddy's controversies than anyone imagined? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to stay tuned for more insights into Hollywood's most jaw-dropping stories. Check out the next video for even more twists and turns.